Guys, now I would like to explain the process of what happens once you buy this particular product. So we would be sending an email with a specific unique link, and once you click on the link you will come to this particular page where the email ID and the phone number are predefined as to what you do during your registration. You can never edit this. So only when we get a request from this kind of a system would we reply you back with our special rate. So we don't have a travel agent markup, we just give you the net rates what we get from the system. So one of the most important things that you have to remember and forever do this, when you reach out to someone and say that, hey, see, you're going to book a hotel online, any portal that you're going to plan to book, I will guarantee you that I can get you a rate lower than what you find in any online portal. Okay, so now the client says, oh, is it really? So I'm planning on a trip to Singapore. I'm going to book a hotel in Singapore, example. So, and he says, why don't you tell me what is your best rate for Singapore? That's not how it works. The client of yours should research all over the net and find which hotel he prefers to stay. After finding the deals, everything in whichever website they're looking for, they need to do all that homework, and then they have to come back and tell you that they're planning to book this particular hotel on these particular dates and the city in which they're going to be staying in, obviously, and the meal plan. So there are rates which are there without breakfast. There are rates, there is a different rate for with breakfast included in the room stay. Then there are rates for breakfast and dinner as well. So they have to predefine everything what they want, and then they have to come back to you. So when you propose and say, hey, I can get you a superb rate for hotel rates, and they say fabulous, that's absolutely fine. But when they come back to you say hey, you told me that day, can you get me a deal? You got to tell them that you need to define the date, the hotel stay, which hotel you're going to stay, you have to decide that, and your check-in date, you have to decide that. And when you're planning to book, once you've done all the research, and when you have decided that this is the hotel I'm going to stay in and I'm planning to book in booking.com, for example, that time you give me a call and you tell me, this is what I'm looking at, so and so, tell me what is the rate that you can get. So once you get that detail, or once when they tell you, you can just open this link and you need to input the data. For example, for Singapore, let's say Park Royal, Kitchener Road. It's a particular property in Singapore. So they've decided to stay there. The city is Singapore. The check-in dates. So when are they planning to check in? So check-in, there's a big definition for check-in. So whenever you do a check-in, it is 2 p.m. we have mentioned here, and checkout is at 12 p.m. So if they're reaching on the 27th of May, but they're reaching at 9 in the morning, they will get the room only at 2 p.m., 2 in the afternoon. This is universal everywhere, even if they book in any online portals or book directly also, this is the rule. 2 p.m. is the check-in. So if they want at 9 o'clock itself, then you have to pre-book it from the 26th onwards. So once they reach on 27th early morning, they will immediately get a room, or they have to leave their luggage in the hotel, and then they can roam around, have breakfast and go to a mall and spend some time, and then they can come back at 2 o'clock to get the room. Okay, so for example, he says 27th and checkout date is 29th, and he says he wants a room with breakfast. Then go to the next page. The next page will ask you for the number of adults, number of children, number of infants, and total number of rooms. These are all very important. If a client is going for 3 adults are going, then they just have to mention 3 adults, and for number of children they can leave it blank. For number of infants they can leave it blank if there are no children and infant, and number of rooms they want is 1, or sometimes 3 adults might go but they want 2 rooms. So all this has to be defined by you when you put the entry. Okay, and then click on next, and then online portal where the guests are checking the rates. So this is also very important, because they have to you have to get the detail of which website they are looking at. So that's when we can compare, and when I send you the costing, I can show you what is the rate available in that particular portal and what rate is my net rate that I can give it to you for, and in between the margin is what you can keep depending on how much ever you want to earn from it. So for example, if he's checking in Agoda, just mention as Agoda or whichever website. and the total cost. If they're okay to tell what cost they're getting, they can tell it, or if they're not willing to tell, no problem. Anyways, we will be doing the check in agoda.com for the same dates for the same hotel, and give you a screenshot of this is the rate that they're getting and this is our rate. Okay, so you can just put 50,000 and then room name. So there are multiple room categories in a property. When they've selected like Park Royal, there is a deluxe room, then there is a superior room, then they have a superior corner room. So in whichever website they have looked upon, we have to understand what is the room name that you're looking for. Someone even might look for a suite. So I need those details to give you the rates. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. That is why this entire process is there. The once you hit submit, we would get the response, and within the next 1 or 2 hours, we will send you the rates with the screenshot of what they're getting and what is our special rate, and you can then define whatever markup. Then you go tell the client, hey, I can get you lesser than this. You're getting in booking.com for 50, I can get it to you for 47, and probably if I've given you for 38, then you can make a margin of around 9,000 rupees from the booking. And the beautiful and the best part, the client, your friend, your colleague or your relative, they would be so happy that you got them a superb deal, because they've checked everywhere online and they found this is the best deal that they're getting, but you're giving them something lesser, 3,000 rupees lesser. So they'll be super happy that you've given them a great deal, and they'll be so grateful, and they will go and keep referring you left, right and center to everyone who's traveling, their friends, their colleagues and so on. But they will never know the margin that you have made out of that booking. You can claim that, I've given you my net cost, I don't want to make money, or very, very close friend, take it and go, take 3,000 discount, or however you want to play it. So that's the beauty of it. They're not going to see you as a businessman. They're not going to see, they'll be like so grateful to you because you've saved them money. Who's not going to be grateful for a person when someone has saved them money, right? So that's the beauty of this. Don't miss the opportunity. Go for it. Please go for it. I am obviously going to make money from you, from this course, the link that you're going to purchase from. I am definitely going to make money. I'm not a saint, but you have humongous potential to earn. Travel is booming like anything in India. It's just going crazy. You have no idea. And there is a lack of staff requirement also, like lack of staff who are coming into the industry. So a lot of people are having staff crunch. So this is actually the right time for you to push and start, selling it to your own set of circle of people, because a lot of people are not able to get staff and they're not able to manage the number of inquiries that they're getting. And then the online bookings have been making huge profits without the knowledge of customers, because everyone has been brainwashed to think that whatever you find online is the cheapest, but it's not, especially for travel, or especially not for hotel bookings. So utilize this opportunity and make great money. I'm here to guide you. We will assist you through emails and so on. So hope to see you purchase this particular product.